Hi, lovelies. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator. I'm just in love with all things woo-woo and occult and strange and spiritual and just question marks and what the fuck on it. I live for it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyways, if you've never been here before, this is the free weekly reading where I pull 3 piles of cards. You choose any and all that you're drawn towards. But first, we talk a little something I like to lovingly refer to as astro-fuckery. So let's get to it. We got a new moon here, guys, today, in the sign of Gemini. This is also, if I read it correctly, I believe this is the first new moon in this sign that hasn't been fucked up by the eclipses since like 2020. So we really are kind of getting like a brand new kind of space here. I just want to say that there's a feeling to it. The energy of this new moon feels like to me today, that it's kind of about like second chances. Maybe second opportunities with it being in the sign of Gemini and Mercury is retrograde. It's actually went back into Taurus at this point, but with Mercury being retrograde, there's this feeling here with this new moon around, maybe new chances, new beginnings, second chances, maybe really kind of going through and looking at the information that we have and that we've been giving out, making sure it's right, it's correct, it's true. Is it honest? Do we really have all the pieces that we need here? And so maybe some missing information comes to us. Finally, then we're able to, plant the seeds that we really need. Just know with whatever happens around this new moon, it is a brand new start. It'll be interesting to look in your chart and see where this new moon falls to. So look in your chart around Gemini. I think it's around like 9 degrees or something. I think it's 9 degrees in Gemini. So look to see your chart where 9 degrees of Gemini is, and then you'll kind of get a better idea around these themes, around fresh starts, new beginnings, especially around the information that we're exchanging, or even like second chances here in terms of, what we're saying to each other. Again, the information that we're taking in, making sure that it's right, it's correct, and it's true. Holy fuck. It's not going to be a good thing if you gossip right now. That's like the worst possible thing you could do. So just be careful, because sometimes Gemini is known for, delving information of other people. Maybe they're into, seeing what the latest celebrity gossip is or their local community, since that's what they rule is the local community. And so just be careful of talking smack right now. It's going to come back to bite you in the butt. You want to start a new beginning, a fresh new start, doing good stuff, right? So just be careful, again, with the words that we're putting out there and the information we're taking in. Make sure we're crossing all our T's and dotting all our I's. I think also, too, recognizing that don't be so prideful around the information that you've been receiving and giving out that you can't step back for a second. Really take a look at it and make sure you have actually good stuff in front of you, or it's actually what you need. Or is it just kind of supporting maybe some fear and some fucked up shit that's going on in your head, right? So really sit down and challenge the things that are coming up right now. Again, making sure, is it real? Is it right? Is it true? I always think that's a good kind of list to go by always. Guys, also too, today is Memorial Day, in the US, so there is a more somber tone to this day as well. And I think a lot of people are like, outside barbecuing, like having beers and drinks, and just a lot of people say Happy Memorial Day. I think this is more of a day of remembrance. We're remembering those who, in an act of service, gave their lives to protect us and what we value here. So I think if you guys would join me today at some point, just lighting candles for any and all those that we've lost to war or in service, and especially if you have any loved ones, that you lost to war and service, or that maybe you had in service. So just honoring all those lives lost today, while also paying attention to the new seeds that we're planting around information, what we're exchanging, what we're taking in. It's a lot. It's a lot. So go easy, go slow today. Be good with yourselves. And self-care is always fucking key. There's fucking that. All right, if you guys are done with this astrofuckery, I fucking am. Let's move on to the next screen. I'm going to pull those 3 piles of cards. You guys pick any and all that you're drawn towards, and then I'll interpret them afterwards. See you guys in a sec. All right, if you guys pick card pile number 1, here's your beautiful fucking cards. Your very first card you got is a Major Arcana card, talking about major change, major evolution, major movement forwards. You got the Empress. Second card you got is the 5 of Wands. And the final card you got is the 6 of Coins. Let's fucking talk about it. So I want to say, long story short, this week we got to squash a fight with an important female figure. This shit has got to be done. It's got to be done with. The Empress, whenever she showed up, guys, she's ruled by Venus. This is somebody that we really truly love. Like, this is somebody that shines really bright, that is super motherly, supportive, comforting, flexible, honestly. And so with the Five of Wands showing up here, this talks about contest fighting. Things not working out. So I want to say here, if we're fighting with an important female figure this week, maybe it's that we're both not being flexible enough. Maybe we're both trying to like fight our side of the fight instead of just coming to the table and speaking about what's most important to us. Instead of trying to win somebody over to our side or trying to make somebody see what our side is, stop for a fucking second, come back to the table and talk about what's important. Because there's a feeling with this that like, we both want the same thing, but the way that we're communicating it is coming from two totally different fucking spaces. So maybe we're not understanding each other. The answer here is to be generous. It's to be generous. So whether that's with our time, our love, our money, our effort. Again, this card, the Empress is ruled by the planet Venus, guys. Like, she's all about love, beauty, money, all things beautiful and good in this world. She's very creative. This is usually the sign of a female that's an entrepreneur. She does a lot of creative stuff, or maybe she expresses herself creatively with the work that she puts out in the world. So this important female figure, don't let her go, is what I want to say this week. Don't let the fighting and the separation be what's the end of this. How do we come back to the table and speak to each other in a way where it's generous and loving and supportive, because that's what we all deserve, right? So again, how do we squash that shit this week? And also too, I think recognizing that you're not totally innocent in this either. Now guys, with the Five of Wands, I want to say to you, you're right, okay, about whatever you're picking up with the female, like you're correct, but like also what's your side in this? Because I don't feel like we're 100% innocent. Okay, I know, rude, but also fair. So how do we come back to the table with this important female figure that we love and that we care about, or maybe that we want to be in partnership with in some way, shape, or form, whether this be business or love, family, it doesn't matter. This important female figure, how do we sit down at the, really sit down and talk to each other about what's most important, where our hearts lie, what is it that we value here, and especially around the relationship, and how can we communicate in a more generous way so that we can stop this bullshit and stop this fighting? Fair? I hope it is. Whoever got card pile number 2, hold on to your titties. Because you got some gorgeous cards. Let's fucking talk about it. First card you got is the Ten of Cups. The second card you got is the Knight of Cups. Third card you got is a major arcana card. Talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You got the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so let's fucking talk about it. So traditionally for me, when I'm reading these cards, the first card kind of sets the tone for everything. Guys, the fucking Ten of Cups is like emotional fulfillment, a wish fulfilled. Like this is the ultimate, this is one of the most beautiful cards in the whole deck. Now it's a minor arcana card, so it's not like it's going to feel like a major victory. There's that emotionally. So whatever here that we have been needing and going for, it feels like we're reaching like an end result here this week. And with the Knight of Cups attached to it, this traditionally will have to do with the male your age or younger showing up in the scene. Usually this is somebody that is chivalrous, very loving, bringing an offering of love. And I think here too with the Ten of Cups, like love, 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 love. Wheel of Fortune showing up too is talking about like the cycles of time, or the cycles that we've been through here within this relationship too. And so maybe we've just been through a period of separation. Maybe we've been through a period of difficulties. And it feels like we're coming back around to a cycle here. Something's coming to a close around that, where things are actually going to be okay. So I want to say to whoever picked card pile number 2, hold on tight this week around any project or person or thing here that we've been emotionally invested in, that we love, that we've been working towards, hoping to get the results that these cards are fucking talking about. Because this male showing up on the scene wants to help you with this. So whether this be a business partner that really is truly like a good match, maybe this is family, like coming back together and really working together, recognizing this is just the cycle of our BS. You know, sometimes we fight, sometimes we love each other. How can we really show up better for each other now? Or if this is around a love relationship, please know here that whoever that we've been in a relationship with is going to be coming in this week with a message of love. And I think also too, closing out a chapter here in terms of, you know, maybe things being difficult or things being unclear. It really just feels like with the Wheel of Fortune showing up, things are finally turning in your favor. But there is something here about the cycles about this relationship. So just recognize we might go into another cycle where things are difficult again, but maybe this time we've learned from the cycle that we've been through that what's really important is the love that we have between us, and we need to show up for that. There's also a certain, with the Wheel of Fortune, this is destiny, this is fate. You can't, I just want to say to you, you can't avoid destiny, you can't avoid fate. So why not just lean into it? Man, I fucking right. And finally, if you guys pick card pile number 3, here's your beautiful cards. First one is the King of Cups. Second card is the King of Swords. And the final card is the Ten of Wands. Let's fucking talk about it. All right. So I got a feeling, long story short with this, there's a feeling that like this King of Cups here, this important male figure, maybe this is a male that I'm talking to, has really been up in his feels lately. His emotions have been coming forward and we've been trying to deal with them. Maybe we've looked for wise counsel, maybe towards a father figure here with the King of Swords. Maybe we're talking to an actual therapist. Maybe this is a friend. But listen, man, whatever advice and counsel we've been getting from this person, traditionally the King of Swords gives good counsel. But man, this Ten of Wands it's left you feeling hopeless. Maybe the thoughts that they put in there have been around betrayal and like whatever information that they've offered here around what's most important to you has actually not been good, or it's thrown you into a much worse mental cycle when you were really looking for relief or looking for backup here. I just want to say that if this is a male that I'm talking to, and you're looking for advice, make sure that the advice that you're asking for, you look at the person, and if you know anything about their life, like, is this somebody that would actually take this advice from? Are they actually taking their own advice? Like, so if this is around like a work project or something, you know, and you're trying to get a good idea for something, you know, is this person actually taking care of their work projects? Are they successful? Are things really happening good for them? Because it feels like whatever information that they're giving us, like, is not helpful. It's actually burdening us more. So none of that's good. How do we step back from this week and maybe just rely and tune back in with the King of Cups here into our own intuition, what our own heart is telling us? We were looking for wise counsel. We were looking for backup, but we just did not get it, and it actually made things worse. So how do we stop that shit? How do we take a step back and go back home to our own hearts and our own intuition, listening to what's inside here? Because again, I don't feel like this person either really has any business giving you advice on whatever it is here that we've asked about. Or maybe even too, you asked them for advice, maybe they stabbed you in the back and gave your information out to somebody. Do you know what I'm saying? So if this is a female and maybe you're worried about an important male figure this week, just make sure that whoever they're talking to, whoever they're bouncing stuff off of, is actually somebody that's trustworthy. Because I feel like the other party here that they've gone towards, obviously, again, like, I don't feel like they had bad intentions. I think they wanted to help, but like the information that they're giving is literally making things worse. It's compounding the situation, and it's not helpful at all. So again, how do we help this important male figure, the King of Cups here, whether this is you, a male I'm talking to, or a female that's trying to support this person? How do we get them to tune back into their heart? How do you tune back into your heart? Listen to your fucking intuition. You have the answers that you're looking for. Stop looking outside of you because it's burdening you. It's fucking up the situation. And at this point, it makes you feel hopeless in terms of what you were trying to go towards. None of this is good. If you recognize here too in the Ten of Wands, there's that chandelier over top of her. Like at any point you can get up away from this and walk away from it. And so just note, you don't have to take this advice. And again, if this is somebody that really shouldn't be giving this, look to the person, make sure it makes sense. Is their life matching up with the information that they're giving you too? Fair? Oh man, I hope that's fair. Guys, middle fingers for no, caw for yes. Let a sister know. I hope any and all these messages resonated for you guys and were helpful. And thank you guys again for letting me come here and do this work. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. I will see you guys soon. If you need anything, I'll be back on Friday for the messages of hope. In the meantime, get ready for my chaos and fuckery throughout the week. I love you guys, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye.